Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is the Black Manga Critic here. We streaming, late night stream, a little late night stream. You know what it is. All right. Just gotta, and I don't think this is gonna be a very long stream. It's not gonna be a very long stream. I doubt it. All right. This is not gonna be very long. I got home probably like was it 10? It was 10:24 p.m. Like I would say I got home around like 15 minutes ago, something like that. I got my Skittles, a little Halloween candy. When the Halloween candy is laying around the house, you already know you're gonna eat it. All right, maybe the kids don't even get it. They come to your door and you got apples waiting for them. I don't know, but that's neither here nor there. We gotta talk about the topic at hand, yo. We gotta talk about the topic at hand, okay? Because, dudes out here, yet again. Wow. and really, all you can kind of do. No, I would say all you can do. I want to say all you can do is laugh about, but it's like, no, you can do other things, right? Like you can tweet about it. You can say certain things. You can have, you can discuss like why it's a problem and yada, 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 and all that stuff, right? You can do things. But right. And I guess this whole story started about what's her name? Pokimane, right? I believe that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I didn't know who she was until some of the guys started like, just being extra thirsty about it. I was like, whoa, like y'all gotta chill. Like y'all doing too much. Like, y'all are actually doing too much. It's ridiculous. Relax. All right, relax. Okay. And they were, I guess she's like a gaming streamer or something like that, which is cool. I mean, like, if you streaming, you doing the game thing, like you making your money doing that. You maybe make some friends, like you have like that particular type of sort of like social interaction, and you play games and you love, and like that's dope. She's clearly very successful at it, so keep it going, keep doing the thing, right? But I guess what happened was she put up a photo of herself without makeup on, and it was just this like just absurd, and that's the word I'm using for it, right? This is a word I've used pretty often lately, because this is what's been happening, like this absurd thing, just absurd after absurd thing. Okay, it's absurd, right? And all these dudes came out with like, oh, we're so hurt. We're so hurt. You decided to exist in this world without makeup while I'm around? Like, you know what I mean? It's like when you say it like that, it sounds ridiculous, right? But when you say it in another way, right, and that like, oh, we were, there was a tweet, there's a tweet that's running around, that shows like, oh, when Pokimane put a photo up without her face, dudes just acting like Stephen A. Smith from First Take, talking about we've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, right when Kristaps Porzingis was drafted 4th in the NBA draft, and Knicks fans were not happy about that, mainly because they just did not realize, like, they didn't know about basketball. A lot of Knicks fans don't know anything about basketball, especially when it comes to like the draft and prospects and all that. But what I'm trying to say is, dudes are out here talking about we've been hoodwinked, we've been bamboozled. What? Huh? We thought that was who you were, right? We objectified you in this way, and then when you just decided to be your own person, right? In this way, right? Because Pokimane's always been her own person, right? Like, it's not like she never did that, right? But then these dudes, right? They were like they objectified her. They were like, yo, this is what you were supposed to look like. This is what you were supposed to be. This is what I have put up on this pedestal. This is the object that I've taken and put up on this pedestal, right? And then when they just right, and then when she just decided to do something for herself, right? They were like, nah. You doing something for yourself? You doing something for yourself? Really? Is that what's going on here? Is that how living works? I didn't realize that. That's what dudes is doing right now. They are just droves of these dudes. And there are levels to this, right? This is just like the bottom of the barrel level, right? Where just dudes, probably 17, 18, 21, 22. We got to talk about the dude. We also have to talk about the dudes that don't really quite get it. There is them dudes that are like, oh, these people must be 12-year-old virgins. I'm like, y'all, stop. Come on. Really? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna be like, nah, the people that are being jerks and losers and bums and cornball dudes, they must be 12. They must be 12. They must be virgins. They must be this like ridiculous like idea of people who are watching this person, right? They must be. They can't possibly be grown adults, right? They can't possibly be in their 20s. They couldn't possibly be in their 30s. They couldn't possibly be in their 40s. No way. 20-year-olds wouldn't do this. 30-year-olds wouldn't do this. 40-year-olds wouldn't do this. 40-year-old men wouldn't objectify women and be ridiculous and say stupid things. No. You know what I mean? It's just like, there's just so many levels of like absurdity. So many levels of absurdity. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna eat a Skittle. Absurd. All right. Absurd. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Trent, for the 401. I didn't realize I had a 400 until like this morning, something like that. But shouts out to everybody that has subscribed and watching my content and all that. Like, I appreciate y'all. Like, I'm not really concerned with like the numbers or anything like that. I'm concerned about like who's here, who's got me, like who is with me because of like who I am and the content that I put out and like things that I say and all that. You know what I mean? Like, that's dope. That's what it's about. Like, I'm totally happy now. Like, I don't care if I never get another subscriber. I'm chilling. Like, when I hit like 100 subscribers, I was like, wow. Like, I was chilling at 100. Thank you for that. But we gotta get back to the conversation at hand, man. Yo, key facts. Dude's out here with Dennis Green. Hey, Dennis Green talking about, remember that Cardinals coach? Right? They were who they thought we were. We'll let them off the hook. Dudes were not trying to let Pokemon off the hook. They were not. They are not because they're still going. They're still talking. They're still saying stupid shit. Excuse me, language. Right? They're still saying stupid things. Okay? So we got to get to kind of like maybe the next level. Because again, there are levels to this, right? And a lot of us, I think like the goal is, as always, legitimately respecting women, not in the nonsensical like Forever World, like whatever joke. I don't even know if Forever World was the one that made that up, but he definitely popularized it within this community. It was just like ridiculous. Just like, respect women, even though clearly like I hate women and like they hurt me, so I want to hurt them. Like, just ridiculous stuff. You know what I mean? Just immature stuff. But the goal is always like, treat women with respect. Treat women like they're people. Like, they matter, because they do. Right? So we gotta get to the next level, right? First level is just bums. All right, just straight up bums. Don't know a damn thing. All right. Then we got the ones kind of cape for the bums in a weird way, inadvertently, because they're like, oh, they must be 12-year-olds saying this stuff. No, no, they're probably not virgins either. No, no. These are men in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, maybe. Okay, they out there, and they trash. Okay, so we got that, and we got to get to the next thing. All right, we got to get to the next thing. Next thing is like the ones who have this like idea, right? This like this sort of like schema that's like been ingrained into their heads. Hey, buddy, one of my cats. He's hungry. I'm gonna feed him after the stream. Hey, buddy. Go. Okay. And like, right, these dudes like this right. There's this schema this schema that's just been in just like branded like into their brain, just like shh, right, and just it's imposed into their brains that like women wear makeup for men, women wear makeup as a way to attract men in a particular way, and like that's it, and that's the sole reason, and that's why makeup exists, and like that's it, and it's like no, right? Why do I say this? Because like again, I am a dude. All right. I'm a cis dude. Okay. I'm not a cis het dude. I'm a bisexual like man. I'm black man, but I'm a cis dude, right? Most like there are way too many cis dudes, especially cis het dudes, right? Because they're straight, right? And they just believe that like women be out here just being like, all right, I'm gonna buy all this makeup, I'm gonna have fun with it, I'm gonna do all this stuff, and I'm doing all of this for men. That's why I'm doing it. And it's just like, y'all, like, you gotta talk to more women. You gotta talk to more women. You gotta read, like again, read more, watch more, listen more, do all of that. Have more conversations, okay? Right? You know what I mean? Just nonsense. You know? And it's like that's where a lot of this stuff stems from, right? They're like, oh, she did that for me. No. No. Right? Women, a lot of, and this is just from my experience talking to women, having conversations with women, including my fiance, right? Reading about this stuff, reading articles about this stuff, watching videos about this stuff, okay? Just knowing that like women just love makeup because of what it does for them, right? About what it does for them, about maybe it makes them feel a certain way about themselves. And that might not even necessarily have anything to do with like self-esteem issues or anything like that, right? There are women who have just the utmost confidence in themselves and love makeup. They love it, right? That, right, again, it's not to say that there isn't like a correlation between women who, let's say women who wear makeup and do that because they have low self-esteem that stems from wherever it does, right? And you know, a lot of that stems from like, just bums, largely like women too, all right, who just chastise people because of the way they look, right? So there's that, but again, people sorely underestimate, and largely men sorely underestimate why, right, women love makeup, wear makeup, and continue to do that. You know what I mean? It's like, you got to realize that. You have to realize that, right? You got to realize that. Then once you realize that, then you got to take the next sort of step. All right, you got to take the next step. The next step is, and this is the hard one, I think, more than the other ones. All right. I think I honestly look, and all these levels are kind of difficult for dudes just to wrap their heads around, right? It is very difficult for a lot of men to wrap their heads around the idea that women wear makeup for them. And that's it. It's gonna lower the dim the light because, right? It's very hard. They don't get it. They don't. And some of them will never get it. And like, that's so sad. It's ridiculous. But the hard part, I think, for a lot of guys is when women are like, right. When women are, this women are doing this all the time, and it's a wonderful thing. Women are like, I'm going to wear makeup in this relationship, whether you like it or not. I'm gonna say that one more time because this is a hard one. This is when dudes come get cis het dudes come through with Hulk rage. Okay, Hulk rage when we say that. I'm going to wear makeup in this relationship, whether you like it or not. Woo! When they hear that, when they hear that, yeah, they're like, no. What are you talking about? What are you talking? We signed a contract. You know, you said, and I said, no. I don't, no. Pretty sure you ain't signed no contract, right? And I'm talking about like girlfriend, my boyfriend. Like, I mean, like, you know, you didn't sign a legal contract, right? When you were like, hey, let's start going out. Pretty sure that's not what happened. Okay. And I'm talking about that, right? Even within legal contracts, right? Marriage contracts, whatever. Ain't no, you're not to wear makeup. That's not in there. That's not in the marriage contract. All right. I'm pretty sure we've never seen a Supreme Court. Oh, excuse me. I'm pretty sure we've never seen a Supreme Court case where they were like, you know, this side, the plaintiff versus defendant, you know, this side is like, oh, you know what I mean? Like this side is like for like, you know, being able to wear makeup whenever, and this side is not. Like that's not a thing because it's absurd. It's ridiculous. It sounds stupid. Okay, so you kind of have to take like that and sort of say like, yeah, you know what? Me like dictating what my partner can wear on her face, like that's ridiculous. It is. But that's the one. That's the level where guys are like, no, I have a preference. I prefer you not to have makeup on. If you don't have makeup on, this relationship's not going to work. All right. This is not something that you can do. Okay, bye. Yo, let me tell you. If I went up to my fiance and I was like, hey, babe, like, you're not wearing makeup no more. You're not doing it. Babe, you're not doing it. No. Babe, no. I said no. I put my foot down. I did the man thing. I put my foot down. No makeup. And I did that. She would look at me like I legit got whacked in the head, came back a different person, and that person was trash. Right? Like, no. She would leave. Or she'd commit me, or like she tried to get me some help. She would do everything she could to get me some help because she would realize that something is not right. Okay? Because it's absurd. Like that, no, that ain't coming from me. That's never coming from me. All right? She didn't come from y'all either. If you have an issue with your partner wearing makeup, for themselves, you gotta go. You gotta go. Go somewhere else. Bye. Not only that, go somewhere else, work on yourself, and then enter another relationship, right? Don't take your toxic nonsense to some other woman. Don't do that. They don't deserve that. Leave the relationship because of your toxicity. Fix your stuff, and then either if your woman's like, hey, okay, I see you worked on it, I see I'm willing to take you back, right? And if not, find somebody else. All right. But that's the hard part. That's the hard part, right? You know what I mean? The hard part. Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. But at the same time, right, it's like, it's not even about the makeup. It's something else, right, Trent? When you're like, hey, a woman's like, oh, I gotta look nice, da da da. It's like, the makeup isn't the issue, right? In that situation, the issue is what's the hang up with your ex? Like, what's going on there? Why do you feel like you need to look a certain way when like an ex like shows up or something like that, right? That's what you got to deal with. You don't have to deal with the makeup. The makeup is whatever. It is whatever, right? It is though. I mean, putting on a lot of makeup is harmful to the skin. That's like a thing where, you know, you have to know how to clean. Like you have to know how to clean your skin. If you are, and I mean, most women who you know, have used makeup for like quite some time and like and do it professionally, or like you know are like maybe like YouTubers, but they don't necessarily make you money off YouTube or anything like that. But yeah, like right. So like before I get to your point, Trent, right? Like most women like know that, like they know like, okay, I gotta like maintain like right. That's why women have like very sort of like a lot of women have like intensive like skin regimens, because they understand that like, yo, like if I put this makeup on, like I'm gonna have to do all of this work to like, you know, counteract like the effects of like foundation and stuff like that, right? And that's why you have a lot of women who like when they use makeup, they only use certain types of makeup, right? So that they don't like affect their skin in a certain way. Sorry, my cat Mina's just meowing for whatever reason. That's what they always do. Anytime I start streaming and one of us isn't home, meow, meow, meow. They start mewing. That's what they do. All right, but back to the thing. Most women know that. Like if you ask women, they understand that. Like they have skin regimens. They know what they need to do. They know how to clean. They know how to clean the makeup off like before they go to bed. You know, they know how to like, you know, deal with their skin if they have skin issues because of the that might appear because of the makeup. Like they know how to counteract that, right? And how to and they institute preemptive measures, right, to deal with that. So, you know, again, but this is something that people know, like when they talk with women, right? When you talk with women, and you have many conversations, and you have women who are your friends, and you have a lot of them. These are things that, like, if they feel comfortable enough to talk about with you, they will come up, right? If you have women friends and they don't feel comfortable enough to talk about you with like about stuff like that, it's not gonna come up, right? And then that's another whole issue where you got to figure out like, why aren't your woman friends comfortable around you or comfortable enough to have certain conversations about things, right? You got to figure that out. That's a whole nother can of worms that you got to deal with. But yeah, like the confidence thing, right? It's like there are things like when you are right, when like if someone's like, why you put makeup on? Like, you don't need the makeup, you look great. It's like, it's not like, again, like don't focus on the makeup, right? Because in that situation or certain situations, like you gotta have a conversation about self-esteem and what that's about and where that's stemming from, right? So it's not about stopping someone from wearing makeup, right? It's about, right, at that in that when that issue, it's about figuring out where the self-esteem issues are coming from. Why do they exist? how do you get to the root of that issue by helping and having conversations and figuring out how to help your partner with that, right? And that's something that like my fiance helps me with that every day. I help my fiance with that every day, you know. And it doesn't have anything to do with like makeup or anything like that, you know. Like my fiance just loves makeup and loves like, you know, messing around with makeup and trying different like, you know, looks and stuff like that because it's fun for her, because it's cool. She loves to do that, you know. And a lot of women, when I say a lot of women, I mean like legitimately like millions of women, right? Of women love using, right? Hundreds of millions of women, right? Like love using makeup because it's fun for them, right? And they like, and part of it is like, it makes them like, it also makes them feel good about themselves, but they also like, there are a lot of women that just do that because like they just have a great time with makeup. That's it, you know? And I think like you have to, right? And like, right, again, like you have to figure out like, what are we actually supposed to be attacking? Are we supposed to be like attacking these like, right, certain types of like beauty standards? Like, yes, we should. We should be talking about that stuff. We should be figuring out how do we talk about, you know, the issues that that come from harmful beauty standards, right? And the idea of like beauty standard, right? The idea of a beauty standard is harmful, right? Like that's the thing, right? We legitimately have to move away from beauty standards, okay? And just move and move to someplace else where it's like there are things that like, yo, you know, basic sort of like hygiene is like important to a lot of people. There's some people that, you know, it's like, hey, you know, if they shower like once every other day, there are people that are totally fine with that and they're in relationships with people like that, and like they're chilling, and like I'm not getting on people like because of that. I'm not like that's it's whatever, right? But I know that like in this relationship, it's like in my relationship, like hygiene is important. Hygiene is important. It is. Okay, it's important for a lot of reasons. So you know, a lot of it, like, you know, again, you have to, right, get away from like beauty standards in the sense of like what definitely like is supposed to look good, and then you got to move into like, okay, like I don't know, figuring out what makes you happy when it comes to like people and different types of relationships. And when I say relationships, I'm including like friendships, acquaintances, work, co-workers, all that stuff, right? You got to figure out like what kind of happiness you get from that, as opposed to like, okay, I'm going to impose these beauty standards and I'm going to like only, you know, interact with people based on these beauty standards. Like, too much. Okay. Shouts out to you, Dustin. Shouts out. Thank you. All right, you're almost at 3. I don't know if you're at 3K yet, but Dustin's close. He's closing in. All right, he most likely, Dustin, you'll probably get it around maybe like, I don't know, maybe this week. Honestly, you know, unless you know the One Piece you know, the toxic One Piece stands, right? Unless the toxic One Piece stands like really just for whatever reason just want to be like, what's up, brah, you know, whatever. But you know, this is just like stuff. You know, it's like don't worry about it. A woman is wearing a lot of makeup, or it seems to you that they're wearing a lot of makeup. It's like just keep it moving, right? Like they're people. They'll deal with like if they have skin problems or they're dealing with skin problems, like they're dealing with it. You know, they're fine. They're people. Like they're smart. They know what they're doing. Let them rock. Now, if let's say someone wears makeup and like they have like a severe allergy to something, then you got to be like, yo, you have a severe allergy to this like certain brand of makeup or whatever. Like you need to like not use that. Like if it's a severe allergy, like, yo, you got to avoid that because you might actually like really hurt yourself. That's different. All right. And that's a thing, you know, like people have people have allergies to when it comes to like mascara, eyeliner, certain types of foundations, lip liner, whatever. I have all types. So when it comes to that, yeah, you gotta have a conversation with your friend and be like, yo, if this stuff is like legit hurting you, we gotta talk about it. Not all the makeup, but just like what part of it is hurting you. Stop using that because it's clearly not treating you well. All right. So yeah, that's like stuff. I think one thing that my fiance does, and my fiance loves animals. I think that's an understatement, honestly. Because almost every day, my fiance is like talking about, can we adopt another cat? I want to adopt this cat. Look at this cat. This cat's name is Emma. You love Emma, right? You love Emma. You love that girl from the Promised Neverland. Like, let's adopt this cat. I'm just like, no. I can't do that. But, right, so she adores animals. And so she's always very, like, aware of, like, the products that she's using when it comes to, like, makeup and whether, like, it's been, like, tested on animals or not and all those things, right? Whether they're, like, ethical practices. Yo, I'm always eating, man. Skittles, man. When the Halloween candy is in, come on, son. You already know what it is, Justin. You be snacking too. Come on. All right. So, I think I'm gonna end it here just because, like, it's almost 11. I want to feed my cats. I also want to get to bed. And yeah, I don't want it to be too long because I don't think it has to be. It's like I'm gonna say what I need to say, do that, have a little bit of, have a little combo, and then yeah, I'm gonna feed my cats, go to bed. I gotta figure out if I'm gonna stream during the week. Like I got a lot of stuff I gotta do, so probably not. Tomorrow I have like a kind of like small-ish sort of like wedding to attend. Later on in the day, kind of like a wedding slash wedding reception, and then and before that I have to like deal with like a whole bunch of other stuff because one of my little brothers is getting he's gonna be getting married in the beginning of November, so I gotta like take care of my clothes for that tomorrow morning. So there's a lot, and then I gotta like plan like a whole like party thing for him and all that. So like I got to deal with that. Like I want to make sure that's good, So I'm gonna work on that tomorrow as well. Busy times, busy times. Like when you really get in the swing of things and you're like in this like on this like career path, career trajectory, it just gets busy. Like there's just all these things that are just happening, and you're like, what? Like what? You know what I mean? Like I used to have the time to just sit and just read manga like all day, every day. And I can barely do that. Like if I do have the time to like sit down and just read a lot of manga, it's usually on a day where I don't have to be anywhere. And like the next day, or the next like 2 days. And that's rare. So like when it does happen, then I'm just chilling, reading manga, like catching up on a manga. So, but anyways, life's busy. You already know what it is. Look out for my live reaction / initial thoughts to Battle Angel Alita. All right, the second half of Volume 1. Just phenomenal. Check that out. If y'all haven't checked out Battle Angel Alita yet, go read that for yourselves. Okay, definitely check it out. It's dope. And that's another understatement. Like, I mean, wow. Scorching, okay? Fire. All right, just ridiculous. Those first 2 chapters, wow. Wow. Okay. So go check that out. I'm gonna react to that on Saturday. And I got to figure out what else I want to react to. I got to figure out if there's some other manga. Again, I have to start reacting to Yona again. I really want to do that. A few other manga that I have to start reacting to again that I got to get back to. Bride Story. There's so many, but I got to make sure that I have the time to get to that really like give them justice. So Saturday, I'll probably maybe what I'll do is I'll save my like manga music stream for next Saturday. And this Saturday, no, this Saturday I have something else I have to do. So I don't even think I'm gonna be able to do it. I might do it early. I might do it like on Friday. Friday I might do the Battle Angel Alita stream, and then Saturday I just won't stream because I'll have something I have to do. But it is what it is. All right, let me get out of here, y'all. All right, thank y'all for coming through. You know, it's always just great to have these combos about stuff and just again lay out them facts. All right. Laid on them facts. So, thank y'all for coming through. This is the Black Manga Critic here. Shouts out to all y'all. All right. Who wildin' today? Yo, Dustin, go ahead, take that, man. Take that. Yo, if you want to take that title for one of your streams, like, do it. It don't bother me. All right, like that'd be cool. All right, because you're like I would say right out of all the YouTubers, like you have like the clear, like the most sort of like clear kind of vision in terms of okay, here's like this sort of series that we're doing, here's this series that we're doing, and you're pretty consistent with that. So if that title is useful to you, go for it. All right, I'm gonna get out of here, yo. All right, thank y'all for coming through. I'm the Black Manga Critic. Again, respect women, actually, right? Not that garbage like hate-filled like hashtag stuff and all that, but like really, truly respect women. Treat them like they treat them right. Treat them with respect. Make sure they know that they matter, that they're people, human beings, all that. All right, complex. Okay, and especially respect Black women. All right, don't say it. All right, because you already know what it is. All right, I've been saying it. So I'm the Black Manga Critic. Thank y'all for coming through. I'm out, y'all.